Yeah. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Word. And it's the daily. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? Yo, we are in motion, baby. It's the Daily Go Get 'Emism show now. And we coming through, and you know what we about to do, and it's true. This is the hottest show on earth, and you ain't seen no shit like this since your birth. And you can say that you did, but I would know that you're lying, kid. Hey, that's my word. It's gonna be okay. We do this thing alike every day. So check it out. So on the Daily Go Get 'Emism show tonight, we are talking about in friendship for business or for pleasure. In friendship for business or for pleasure, do you underdig what I'm talking about? So when I say in friendship for business or for pleasure, we're going to ask the reason that you choose your friends. You know, do you choose your friends because they can do something for you? Or do you choose your friends because you can kick it with them and just hang on out and be harmonious and comfortable? It's going to be okay. So if you use your friends because of what they can do for you, are you using them? Are you using your friends? And is using somebody a bad thing? Is it bad? Is it bad? So we're going to get into that tonight. It's the daily. The daily Go Get 'Emism. And I'm glad that y'all came with them. Hey, yo. T. Carey Wright is all up in the house. How you feeling, Ma? It's good to see me some. You and you know. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. She about to turn it out. Bang! It's good to see y'all, man. We're talking about in friendship for business or for pleasure tonight. In friendship for business or for pleasure. That's what we're talking about on the Daily Go Get 'Emism show. Do you understand? Do you underdig? Do you know what I'm talking about? To the adults and the kids, it's gonna be okay. We do this every day, and y'all listen to what I say. And do you agree? Well, we have missed. We'll see. Hey, yo, Daily Go Get 'Em, ism, schism, word to bism. I said a word is busy. Everything is gonna be okay. Come on, see, let's go, baby. Yo, Tim. What's going on? Yo, a Big Daddy. A Puff Daddy is in the house. Since it is down. What's up, it's the Daily Go Get 'Emism show. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Get 'Emism show. We do this every single day, every day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R's. The Daily Go Get 'Emism show, and we in motion, and everything is going to be all right on this Wednesday, hump day Wednesday. Yeah, baby, I was born on a Wednesday. I don't know about you, but I was born on a Wednesday, August 12th, and it's true. Word. So what you know now, and this show is about to go down tonight. Tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Emism show, we are talking about in friendship for business or for pleasure. In friendship for business or for pleasure. Which one are you in your friendships for? Which one of these are you in your friendships for? You know. It's not always a slam dunk. It's not always a slam dunk about what you are in a friendship for, because think about it. Think about it. Sometimes you may be in a friendship because you have like interests, you have compatibility, you like the same things, you do the same things, you run in the same circles, you understand each other. There's a spiritual connection, and for some people, that's good enough for a friendship. For some people, that's good enough for a friendship, but not for everybody. For some people, that really isn't enough. It's like, I choose my friends based on what opportunities that they can bring me. So There are people out there who are very opportunistic, and being an opportunistic person isn't always a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with trying to achieve financial success. And so, you know how they say birds of a feather flock together. So maybe a lot of people feel like if I hang around with people who are well to do and who are doing well out there, you know, financially, then I'll be in that same boat. Or maybe I'm already financially astute. Maybe I'm already well off, financially well off. So I don't want to be running around with people that are trying to take my money away from me, or that are trying to get me to pay for everything and sponge off me. I want to be around people who care. I want to be around people who are out here getting it. I want to be around people who will show me how to get a little bit more, little bit more. So is it wrong? Is it wrong to feel that way? Is it wrong to choose your friends based on what they can do for you, what they can show you, what they can provide for you, what contacts they can give to you, what networking gifts, not gifts, but networking opportunities that they can give to you. What's going on, Charlene Curry? Charlene Curry. What's going on, Charlene? How you feeling, Charlene? Good to see me. Some you know that is true. And the number one has came through. Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on? Answer boy, build and destroy. Answer boy, you build and destroy. Good to see y'all. Thanks for coming to me. I appreciate me some y'all. It's always a pleasure to see y'all. You warm my heart. Warm my heart. I said. 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 Warm my heart. Let's go, baby. So, in friendship, for business or for pleasure. Normally, when you hear the word friend, you automatically start thinking about pleasure. But sometimes the pleasure comes through business opportunities. Sometimes the pleasure comes through drawing from somebody what they have in order for you to get it. For you to get it. So what you think? Huh? What do you think? What's the deal? You know, I don't think that there's really anything wrong with like if the universe, if the energy of the universe attracts two people together and they just are on the same plane of thought. If they're on the same plane of thought as far as, listen, I only mess around with people that are out here doing it, making it, go getting it. I don't see anything wrong with that. As long as the two of you are in agreement with the reason that the two of you are friends. Here's the question that I want to ask y'all, though. Do two people have to be in agreement of how their friendship should play out for them to be friends? You know, we should take a little time to talk about what we expect from our friends and what qualifies somebody as our friend. What qualifies somebody as your friend? You know, do they have to have the same musical taste as you do? Do they have to have the same taste in movies as you do? Do they have to like the same foods that you like? Do they have to be able to dance and sing and have a good sense of humor? You know, do they have to be nice? You know, inherently nice, universally nice. Even if you don't like a person, sometimes you can't deny that they're a nice person. Sometimes you don't like people that are so nice. Sometimes people say that people who are too nice or so nice or really nice are a little bit phony, because you're thinking, like, with the world, with everything that's going on in the world right now, there's no way that nobody can be wearing a smile all the goddamn time. Get away from me. It's my time to shine. You know, you've heard people say it, like, such and such is so fake and phony. Such and such is so fake and so phony. Such and such is so fake and so phony, phony, the fake and the phony, the fake and phony. I don't know. what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? How do you choose your friends? Let's get into it. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. 319-527-6199. Yes, yo. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yo, get your shine, baby. 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 Get your shine. It's the Sun Always Shine show. Urban Therapy with Sun. Daily Go Getimism number one. It's just get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Friendship for business or for pleasure. What's going on? What's going on? How do y'all choose your friends? T. Carey Wright says business opportunities equals business associates. Okay, so you're saying that they're not friends, they're just associates? Would they agree with that? Would they say, no, they're still a friend? We still hang out. We still talk. We talk on the phone about other things other than business. I sometimes even confide in this person. I talk to them. We kick it. You know, we have kick-it-ability. We have kick-it-ability. T. Carey Wright says, for me, I choose my friends according to their character. I've learned over the years that is what's most important. Character. So I think it's safe to say that you choose your friends for pleasure. But what if your pleasure was money? What if your pleasure was money? Honey, what if your pleasure was money? Honey, yeah, my name is Lenny. And if I don't got it, then they don't have any. Well. Annette Davis, the number one, says the agreement may not be at first, but somehow you might meet in the middle. Hey, diddle, you met all up in the middle. That's a hey, diddle, you met all up in the middle. That's a hey, diddle, little. Hey, diddle, Italy. Diddle, Italy. Hey, diddle. Okay. How do you choose your friends? What makes, like, when you consider somebody a friend right off the gate, like when you connect with somebody, when you meet somebody and you can automatically tell, like, yo, the energy with this person is good. You know, what does that mean to you? Like, exactly what does that mean? You know, do people usually choose you as friends, or do you do the choosing? At first you were choosing, but now you're being chosen. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita, is all up in the house. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. Thanks for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Sometimes y'all come on in here and just go sit and plop down and all that. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the like. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. You know, share the show. Make sure you share the show. If you would like to call into the show, it's a totally uncensored show. You can say anything that you want and say it in a way that you mean it. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. And that's how we doing it tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show. And that's real. So. When you meet somebody and y'all vibe, is that good enough? Like, all right, yeah, when you ask me how I choose the friend, it's the vibe. I feel the vibe. Is that good enough? Is that good enough for you? You know, you feel the vibe and when with somebody that you are that you're attracted to. You know, an attraction is not always about, you know, being in a relationship. You're attracted to what's comfortable for you, for what's good for you. Unfortunately, sometimes some people are attracted to what's bad for them. You know what I mean? But think about it. Gangsters often hang around with other gangsters. and they run around doing gangster shit. Now, that's not to say that they don't hang around with other people who are not outlaws. It's not to say that at all, because undoubtedly they do. They hang around with other people who are not vested in crime, who are not into, any type of foolishness. But for the most part, their associates have to be into crime, because you got a business to run, basically. That's what a lot of crime is about. It's about business. So you know how they say there's no honor among thieves. That's what they say. So are they saying that those relationships, those friendships are only business friendships? Because if they were only business friendships, how come when one of them gets caught and in order to think that they're going home that night they start squealing, talking, quacking, and ratting? And why do the other people get mad? Like, yo, such and such was snitching. If it was really just for business, then you would understand. Like, yo, he's in the business of trying to go the fuck home, and so he's going to make sure that we all go to jail. But it wasn't personal. It was business. We don't look at it like that. And one of the reasons that we don't look at it like that, is because we have formed a relationship, a friendship with that person. So it's like, yo, if we get caught, you don't tell on me and I won't tell on you. You know that gets discussed, but people act as if it didn't get discussed. But what was their friendship based on? What was the criteria for their friendship? Now, T. Carrie Wright gave me the criteria for her friendship. I would like to know the rest of y'all. What's your criteria for friendship? What's your criteria? Your criteria. What does somebody have to do, say, act in order to be your friend? You are my friend. So T. Carrie Wright chooses her friends based on their character. Saboy building the story says, I don't call everyone a friend, but it would be nice to have some things in common. Differences does bring a little spice to a relationship. We should be able to learn from each other and have fun. Okay. So basically, you choose your friends for pleasure too. Let me ask y'all this. If you believe that your friends should be just people that you can kick it with, have fun with, have a good time, be comfortable around, and even have a little bit of trust, maybe you don't have to depend on them. Maybe you don't want to put yourself in a position to be able to depend on them, but why not? Why shouldn't you be able to depend on a friend? Why is trust such a big component in a friendship? And even when you're not so close to somebody, why do you need to trust them? Why do you feel like you need to be able to trust them? Is that pleasure or is that business? Make sure that you don't tell nobody the dirt that we be doing. Is that business or pleasure? Think about it. Even when you were in high school, cutting class, having sex with your young self. We got out of school at 12:30, 1 o'clock early. You know how we used to get out early on Tuesdays, and you went over your boyfriend house, and you let him talk you into pulling your panties down and letting him do the nasty to you. You wasn't but 15 years old. But I'm not going to tell nobody. Is that business or is that pleasure? Think about it. Is that business or is that pleasure? Because you confided in your friend. Now, at 15 years old, you're not thinking about any business. Now that we're older, we have to start thinking about that. Well. Is that business or is that pleasure? In friendship for business or for pleasure. You know, we throw around the word using somebody all the time. Not all the time, but we throw it around a lot. The word using was such and such was just using you. If they're using you, maybe y'all are in a business friendship instead of a pleasure friendship. But maybe they didn't tell you that y'all were in a business relationship. It's just business, yo. It's just business, G. He about business. She about business. Well, why didn't he or she tell me that they was about business and that this friendship was about business? You know, we know that the lifespan of a business relationship or a business friendship has everything to do with how long the two of you are going to be making money. If that's the business that we're talking about, how long y'all going to be getting paid together? You know, how long y'all going to keep the money flowing? Keep the money flowing and going. Keep the money flowing and going. The flip the money, the flip the flower and filth. TK Wright says, my pleasure is community. My pleasure is laughter and mutual respect. I choose who I call a friend. Everyone is not my friend just because we vibe. They can just be someone that I'm cool with. Is somebody that you're cool with not a friend? Why do we separate our friends from our associates? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Why do we separate our friends from our associates? Why is being a friend such a big deal? Why is allowing someone to call us their friend? Why is that so important? Why we feel the need to attach that label to somebody? Why can't somebody you just know and have spoken to a few times be your friend? You know, you can't unknow somebody. You know, once you know them, I don't care if you knew them when they were 5 years old. You know them. Once you know them, you know them. So it could be 55 years later and y'all 60 years old. Yo, I know you. You don't know me. Yeah, but I know you. I met you. I talked to you. I played with the building blocks. We used to have fun. We used to do things, run around with our socks. You know, we was the little kids just kicking it with our moms and dads. We doing that thing, running around in the yard and having the best time we ever had. So boy says, I've always sat back and watched people. If a conversation ensues and it piques my interest, that's the start of a possible friendship. Maybe. The start of a possible friendship. Maybe. Virgo, she qualifying everything. Like, hold on, you know what I mean? Like, hold on, I got this. Give me the mic. Check it out. Look, I'm a Virgo. I don't let everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody can't get down, you know what I mean? I'll be by myself. I don't give a fuck about it. You know what I mean? Listen, when I say I don't give a fuck, I don't mean that I don't care about nobody, but you know, I ain't got time for the BS, you know, bullshit. So listen, this is what we gonna do. You stay on the straight and narrow and we can be cool. But just wait until I give confirmation that we friend cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I treat my friends a certain kind of way. You know, membership has privileges. And I don't know if you pass the smell test. You know what I mean? I might have to put a mask on the mic. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? In friendship for business or for pleasure. In friendship for business or for pleasure. TK Wright says, if I call you a friend, that means that I can depend on you and you on me. Is that business or is that pleasure? Carry. To carry. To carry. To carry. Is that business or is that pleasure? Because I'm like, that sounds like that. I don't know. That sounds a little businessy. It sounds business-like. It's business worthy. I don't know. Sounds a little business-like to me. What do you think, though? And then David says that's pleasurable business. Pleasurable business, you know, like running a brothel. We're brothel mates. What's a brothel mate? You know, we're whores and we work in the same house. We're brothel mates. Thank y'all for sharing the show. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for sharing the show. I appreciate it. Thank you, 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 thank you. An ancient view from the stars. Wow. Well, that's a glaring endorsement. She says, this man is fine AF. Wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't been called fine AF to my face. I may have not been called fine AF to my face. Appreciate that. Thank you. So, an ancient view from the stars says, ain't nothing wrong with brothel mates. Well, if you think about it, you know, since we stumbled on it and I was playing around, but if you really think about it, if you are brothel mates, if you are prostitutes who work in a brothel together, y'all have something in common. You know what I mean? You have something in common as a profession that most people that you know are not involved in. You'd be hard pressed to find a bunch of your family members. Well, I'm sure there's some. Anyway, you know, because you work in a counterculture. You know, there was a time when prostitution was totally illegal, and in many places it's still illegal on the streets. But in a brothel, if you're brothel mates, you may have to define whether you are in that friendship for business or for pleasure. Now, that would be different if you were in a pimp stable. If you were in a pimp stable, you probably only have a friendship for pleasure because you ain't getting money like that. And hookers who work for a pimp they all think they go with the pimp. That's the only time they have sex and actually have sex for pleasure. Other than that, they only have sex for money. That's why they try not to enjoy it. Because if they get with one of them tricks, one of those Johns that be making them come all over the place, they ain't gonna be making them pay. Like, all right, pay me for one round, but do it to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you. I said, do it to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you. Oh, do it to me one more time. 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 Once is never enough. With a man like, with the man like, the man like, the man like you. Brothel mates, baby. Brothel mates. We doing it. We doing it tonight on the 29th. Peace to my baby brother. My baby brother is turning. My baby brother's turning 46 today. Yeah. baby brother, baby brother. Ah, baby, 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 baby. And let me tell y'all something. My baby brother is turning 46 years old today, and they scheduled a Zoom call for my baby brother at 7 p.m. I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm starting. Yo, family ain't family no more. You know what I'm saying? Family ain't fair. I ain't even say nothing. When I saw the time, I was just like, I didn't even say shit like, because that putting it at that time told me everything I needed to know. More than enough. More than enough. Gary Wright says, dancing, do it to me one more time. I never knew I could twerk to this song, but I did it. Y'all bugging. In friendship, for business or for pleasure. In friendship, for business or for pleasure. What's it? Or what to guan? Okay, like when we talk about the word using somebody, and we normally talk about using somebody when we are at the end of a friendship, whether it was in business or for pleasure. But the thing about business relationships is that the term using doesn't often come into play when you are talking about a business relationship, because you're both using each other. Like, listen, you're going to give me opportunities, I'm going to give you opportunities back. It's a business relationship. So business is done when both sides are getting what they want in an amicable way. And then after we finish this business transaction, we go to wherever we are, and then we come back together and we do another business transaction. And as long as that's satisfactory, we will keep on doing business. So we are using each other. We may not know each other's real name. We may be kicking alias to each other. We don't know each other's families. We don't know what hood we come from. We're not into trying to find out relevant things about each other that are not related to how we gonna get this money. We may not be into anything or interested in anything that is not going to net us this dough. Whoa. But in a pleasure friendship, we get so sensitive that almost everything we do is put under a microscope. Yo, I like that girl first, and I told you I was gonna get with her, and you wouldn't step to her, and you even yo, damn homie. Well, I'm saying, son, you know what I mean? She was fly, you know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't like you went with her, like you was acting like you ain't want to step to her. But I'm saying, man, I saw her first, and I liked her first, and I was about to step. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, my nigga, but you know what I mean? Like, yo, I mean, she was feeling me or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, you look at her. Would you have turned that down? Man, I mean, under normal circumstances, of course I wouldn't have turned it down. But with me and you, yeah, I would have turned it down. I mean, if I knew you was, I mean, did you at least plug a nigga in? Like, my nigga, I'm gonna plug you in when I'm hitting. What was I supposed to do? While I'm in it, like, yo, make sure O gets some too. Yo, you gotta give O some. You gonna give O some? You gonna give O some? Huh? You gonna give? Come on, give O some. Like, that would have sounded gay, son. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. Stop playing with me, dog. Come on, man. You just D Young. How you feeling, D Young? Come and get some. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate me some you. That's my word. And then David says, I think that the term using means that the relationship is one-sided. And when that person gets what they want, it's over. I don't know, Annette. Because a lot of people who have accused people of using them, they'll tell you that they used them for years and years and years. All they did was use. I was always the one that had to pay. I was always the one who had to make a way. I was always the one who had to pick up the phone and call. I was always the one who had to go out and ball. I was always the one who had to invite you to the party. I was always the one to buy the Bacardi. I was always the one who was doing this and that. I was always the one who told you to wear a hat. I was always the one. I was always the one. I was is always the... So, you know, people don't normally throw away the goose that lays the golden egg. People don't usually throw away the goose that lays the golden egg. So you are kind of right. I agree. Like if they have gotten all that they're going to get from you, yeah, they may step on off and say, all right, well, we're not friends no more. We're not friends anymore. Now, you know, my experience with showbiz kind of highlights that, because I've seen how well you came together and became friends because y'all was getting money doing a particular craft. So if you stepped off, like, okay, I stopped doing comedy. The last time I stepped on stage to do comedy was in 2017. I knew a lot of people in comedy. Was cool with a lot of cats. But it ain't like they be ringing my phone all day. But here's the thing. It ain't like I be ringing theirs either. So I could look at them like, well, soon as we wasn't getting money together, soon as I wasn't trying to find rooms to run and booking cats and all of that, then, you know, they ain't had no love, they ain't had no time. But at the same time, it was like, well, cat, I mean, my man, you don't pick up the phone to say hi. You don't just call to see how I'm doing. Yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Everything good? Everything cool? So, I mean, I can't be mad at it. We did kind of use each other. It's just that if I was booking talent, hey, I was putting money in your pocket. But some of them could say, well, yeah, but I outperform that money all the time. Hey. TK Wright says, my friends can call me at 3 a.m. if they need bail money. But when business is the main focus, it can also be the thing that leads to the demise of a friendship. We see what money does to people. Well, does it do that to people when the focus was money in the beginning? If the main goal was money and nothing else, does money become a problem? That shit still too hot. That's that tea, that dandelion and red clover. You know what I'm saying? You know, ask Carol Chamberlain. She know about that. That dandelion and red clover. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Woo. 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 So, Ancient View from the Stars says, and people hold on too long. Well, what about the times in your life when you have felt used? Have you felt used by your friends? And when you really think about it, since we're talking about in friendship for business or for pleasure, are there certain things that we do to attract people to use us? And there's a big difference between using something and abusing something. If I could just use the crack, then it wouldn't be a problem. I could still go to work every day. I could still have nice things. I could still keep money in my pocket and all of that. But who uses crack? Almost nobody. It's not the kind of drug. It's not the kind of substance that people use. It's the kind of substance that people abuse. So they always smoke too much. You know, on my page, I put on, last week, I think it was last week or a few days ago, whatever. These days, running into each other as far as I'm concerned. But on my page, I put, I have never been to a party, seen or been to a party where there was free cocaine. You know, other people we talking about, they had free cocaine. But here's the thing. Yeah, there are parties out there, industry parties, you know, parties with you know, the upper echelon or so-called elite people who use drugs where you could get free coke. You know how they be talking about the coke was just on the table, was everywhere in like big amounts and shit. People just coming through, you know, lines on the table. Whoa! Yeah, there are parties where there's free coke, but there are no parties where there's free crack. You ever notice, like, you never hear about anybody talking about a free crack party? There's no such thing. Ain't no party like a free crack party because a free crack party don't exist. But if a free crack party did exist, a free crack party won't stop. Ain't no party like a free crack. Ain't no party like a free crack party because a free crack party don't stop. That's my word. You may be able to get some free coke, but you will never, ever, ever. I challenge you to bring some free crack. Free crack? No. All the crackheads, all the drug dealers that I ever knew, they ain't never talk about them. The most you have ever hear them talk about was, yo, there was times when if they brought out some new formula and shit, you know, they just cooked the shit up. They would let me get a free hit. Okay, you get a free hit. A free hit. That's equivalent to like $3. You got a $3 hit, the quick blast. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. How you feeling, Ma? How you doing? Good to see me, some you. You know that is true. I'm so glad that you came through, no doubt. Ooh. And then even says it's called crack out instead of cookout. Instead of a cookout, it's called a crack out. Hey, I know that some of y'all have had crackheads in your lives. You know, some of y'all may even be recovering. And if you are recovering addicts, peace to you. That's my word. One day at a time and all of that. But if whoever you knew that was messing with the crack, you ain't never hear them talk about no free crack. Yo, the way I got on crack was they had all this free crack at this party I went to. Everybody was beaming up to Scotty. Everybody was beaming up to Scotty. Everybody was beaming up to Scotty. Everybody was beaming him up. No, not for free. They wasn't. Shit. You might go to a crack flea market. They have different varieties. You know, deuces, trays, 2 for $5s, nicks, dimes, quarters. I remember one time, I'll never forget it. Picture it, 1995, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And my uncle, you know, since I was up there just on a visit, he hadn't seen me in a while. He was like, oh my. Hey, take me on this little run. Let's go for a ride. I was like, all right. You know this nigga. He was like, all right, just stay in the car. And I drove my truck up. He was like, just stay in the truck. I'll be right back. He comes out. He shows me. He bought a $50 rock. I was like, let me get this straight, Unc. No respect. This, like, let me get this straight. You went and had me park outside and chill while you went in the crack spot to buy a $50 rock of crack. And the rock was about, man, listen. Because I remember being very unimpressed. Maybe it was a little bigger than that. Maybe about as big as the skull maybe about as big as that skull on my bracelet. And I was like, $50? They robbing y'all motherfuckers. From what I knew about the crack. I was like, $50. Maybe it was a little bigger than that. Maybe. And I'm like, why are you showing me this shit? I understand we cool and all of that, but this ain't cool. This ain't cool, uncle. First of all, I don't want to know my uncle is on the crack, even though I knew my uncle was on the crack. But I don't want to feel like I'm facilitating my uncle being on the crack. Because the relationship between me and my uncle was definitely for pleasure. It wasn't for business. But he used me for business. He went to go cop a $50 rock of crack. And my uncle lived in Philly for a while. He was a crackhead down here. He was running from being a crackhead up there. He came down to Philly for a while, was a crackhead down here. He left down here, went back up there to be a crack. I was like, fucking genius too. I mean, if not for the crack, that was basically his tagline. If not for the crack, the motherfucker had to take crack to stop from taking over the world because he was a fucking genius. Smart as fuck. I'm talking like 3.8, 4.0 smart. GPA type. That kind of smart. He's a party boy. I'm like, $50? How big was that rock, man? Did any of y'all used to cook up? Any of y'all ever cook up any cocaine? You ever cook up a rock? I mean, you can tell me. It'd be between the go-getters. Ain't nobody gonna know. You know what I mean? If you used to cook up the crack, maybe you ain't smoking, but you might have been a chef. You might have chefed up a little crack. I'm like, $50. Anyway, now where was I? Business, friendship, no, business pleasure. Ancient View said, did he take you to the crack? He took me to the crack house. He didn't take me inside the crack house. I would have caught on in because I've never been naive to drug. I knew what he was doing. I just couldn't believe that he was doing it. Like, no. Like because I think he told me like, let's go to the store or something like that. He meant the crack store. So when we didn't pull up at Kohl's, because up there they have a Kohl's supermarket. They call it the grocery store. I didn't even know Kohl's was a department store. I knew Kohl's as the supermarket. Anyway, yeah, he took me on a crack run. And I ain't even say shit either. I'm like, so you just took me. What if the cops was watching the crack house? So my uncle go in there and cop the crack. He come, whoop whoop. I'd have been like, oh no. Oh no. Emily Dunlap says it's not that big. Oh, the person house I went to pick up a piece and ask the dude, people give you their hard-earned money for this small piece of drug. Exactly. But I've learned that what's $50 rock on the East Coast is different than down south. Is different than up north. Because like down south, they don't have tray bags. You can't smoke a rock for, they don't have, it's $10. They don't even have nicks. I ain't never heard of no nicks being served down south. How you think they be? How you think they make enough money to be working on their cars all the time, trying to get 28-inch rims on little piece of shit cars? Because they have money, candy paint and all of that kind of shit. That's why they fix up their car. They got all this stupid money and nowhere to fucking buy it down south. Ain't nothing. Throwing gold in their mouth and dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because the crack costs $10. I'm like, y'all don't have no deuces, trays, no 2 for $5s. They're like 2 for $5. That's $2.50 a piece. You ain't selling that shit, boy. I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, in the East where I'm from, whatever money you got in your pocket, we got a drug for it. So if you have a solid dollar, then we got a hit for you. And that's real shit too. So what happens is for $1, I used to wonder how come these crackheads be asking, they be like, you got a quarter, you got 50 cents. I used to be like, what you got, $4.50? Then I got put on. It was like, no, you can get a hit for $1. I was like, how you get a hit for $1? They said somebody gets to hit the pipe before you and you get the second hit. So if the pipe, if the rock is still lit, you get that hit. It's basically a residue hit. But fuck it. It'll keep me going. And then David says, I've seen it up. Look at y'all little gangstresses. You a gangster? You a G? I knew you had some G in you, Annette. I knew it. I knew you was a G. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Run around here, being associated with drugs and shit. Black people always associated with selling drugs and shit. Y'all need to cut that out. That don't make no goddamn sense. In friendship for business or for pleasure. Now, in a situation where your drug dealers, you know, y'all dope boys or whatever, many people would say that that's a business relationship, but it's not. It's not always a business relationship. A lot of times there are emotions steeped in that relationship. Why do you think that rival crews go and, you know, smoke a cat that smoked one of theirs? Like, yo, he killed my man. Yo, he killed my homie. He fucking killed my homie, man. Fuck that shit, man. He killed that nigga. No, we gonna get the motherfuckers back, man. We gonna get them back tonight, too. Fuck that shit, man. I don't believe they killed my homeboy. I don't believe they killed my homeboy. So even though they was getting money together, there was still strong feelings towards each other. It's understandable to me. You know what I mean? You know, I thought we'd always be able to sell crack together. Yeah, we'll always end it today. You know what I mean? Always ended today. Remember the other day, you know, I thought we get to see tomorrow. No, wait. I thought we get to see forever, but forever has gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. You know what I'm saying? This shit is real. So just because a friendship is based in business, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is devoid, defunct, or absent of emotion. Which makes me wonder, is it really just for business, or is there some pleasure that's attached to it too? Some pleasure. What y'all think? What you think? What you think now? What you know now? To be real. It's got to be real. Peace to Cheryl Lynn. She was the greatest. I used to love me some Cheryl Lynn. She'd be blowing that shit. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got to have you, baby. Ooh, ooh. She was the shit, boy. Yeah, Cheryl Lynn used to tear that shit outside. Yeah, I mean, your good love deserves an encore. All right. Ancient View from the Star says, "Me too." It was called freebase, I think. Well, freebase and coke is different than crack. A lot of people don't know that, but when you freebase cocaine, you freebase powder cocaine, and you cook it. You cook it up, but it's not cooked up like crack, and it's expensive. Freebasing cocaine is expensive. Freebasing cocaine is expensive. You know what I'm saying? That's what Richard Pryor was doing. He was freebasing cocaine. He was freebasing cocaine. Shirley Cheryl says, "I saw it being cooked up, but I left because even though my mom was nowhere in sight, I had a flashback of when I got in trouble for just watching them play catch a girl, get a girl in the playground. I got a flashback of when I got in trouble for watching them play catch a girl, get it. Like you couldn't even watch. Like, ooh, she not even running fast. Oh, she want to get caught and got. That girl. She got caught and she got. Exactly what did she get? He got a couple of feels, a little, he molested her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He cop a little feel. He rub on a little something. But let me ask you this, Cheryl, and don't lie. Do not lie. Was you thinking, yo, one of them boys cute? I will let him get me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can run, but I wouldn't run that fast from him. I'm going to let Terry catch me and get me. He caught me. There was nothing I could do. He caught me. Terry caught me. Go ahead, get me, Terry. Get me. You caught me. Oh, no. He caught me. Now he gets to get me. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, y'all. We're about to get on the body here in a minute. Man. I just wanted to do the show tonight. Have a little fun. Provoke a little thought. But I want y'all to think about it. Speaking of provoking a little thought, I want y'all to think about it on some real shit. How do we do? Like in friendship, for business or for pleasure? What matters most to you? Most of y'all, well, some of y'all said, it's the pleasure. It's the pleasure. Even if that's the case, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. Wrong with a little pleasure in a friendship. But before we get out of here, I want to know. I really want to know, like, is it wrong to depend on a friend and to choose your friends because of what they can do for you? Is it wrong? We know that it happens, but is it right? Is it wrong? Is it weak? Is it strong? Right, wrong, weak, strong. 319-527-6199. Y'all can still call. We still here. We still working. All right. That's a loose. Emily says, my dude was a big time drug dealer. My mama thought I was at his house when they busted him. I had left. I was gone maybe 30 minutes when he got busted. Wow. Ancient View from the Star says, I didn't know that. My ex, who was a drug dealer, called it crack. It was loose rocks. Yeah, but that's not freebasing cocaine. And I'll tell you another difference between smoking crack and freebasing cocaine. And this was straight from the crackhead's mouth. He taught me this back in 1990. I believe it was 1993 or 1994. And he said, you know, because he was out there, he was really addicted. And he was like, oh, you think I want to do this shit? He's like, I don't want to do this shit. I know this ain't right. He said, if I could get off of this shit today, I would be off of this shit today. But I'm caught right now. I'm stuck. He kept it a buck with me, straight lace. Then he gave me a little education. He started. So he was like, Omar, this is the only thing I've ever tried in my life where there is no end to it. He said, that's the nightmare of this crack shit. I was like, what you mean? He said, this is the only substance I've ever known where you will smoke it until everything is gone, until every last thing that you can possibly give to get high again is gone. I was like, what you mean? I was like, other drugs, you know, that people still steal and things that he said, but still with those drugs, you can smoke enough or shoot enough or sniff enough or whatever you do, drink enough to whereas you like, all right, I'm cool, I'm good. He said with this crack shit, there is no end. So if it's available for you, you will smoke it all night long for however long you can stay up. So if you have to stay, if there's enough available for you to stay up 48 hours, you'll do it. If there's enough available for you to stay up for 72 hours, you'll do it. 96 hours, you'll do it. And I said, well, what about freebasing cocaine? It's the same shit. He said, no, it's not. I said, it's not. He said, no. He said, even with freebasing cocaine, he said, that's powder cocaine that you cook up. You know what I mean? It's not crack. He said, with powder cocaine, you'll do it to a point where you like, yo, I'm high enough. I'm good. He said, with crack, there is no, I'm high enough. I'm all right, man. I'm good. He said, you just keep going and going because the hits are small. You know, the blasts are small. They're small and they wear off really quick. So you got to keep feeding it. This shit is nightmarish. He gave me a hell of a education that day. And to be honest with you, I respected him from that. Because he didn't have to tell me that shit. He didn't have to tell me that. But he told me, and then I understood. I was like, because I am 23 years old. I'm thinking, I already know. I know everything about this shit. I'm like, no, the fuck you don't. I'm like, boy, you just got out of college and shit. You don't know nothing about this. You ain't about this street life. That's not you. You running around here with a beeper on and all that shit. You know, gold chain and a beeper on, trying to look the part. You ain't doing this. Because if you was doing this, you wouldn't be doing nothing else. He was right. He was right. But yeah, I respected him and I respected the game after that. I was like, oh. So that's the lore. That's the lore of the crack. (319-527-6199). That's the number to call, y'all. Ancient View from the Star says, friendship is pleasure. Keep business separate. Okay, cool. She said, those fast tail girls. Them fast tail girls. Yeah, fast ass little girls. Word up. So boy says, how is it wrong if a friendship comes out of it? I'm not saying whether it's wrong or right. You know, I like, look, man. I mean, do two people who are friends have to always be on the same page, same plane? You know, they say that opposites attract. I don't know how much opposites attract and how long they can hold it down after the initial attraction. Shirley Shore Husband says, yo, I wasn't even playing and got in trouble. I was just having fun watching. Vice principal walked up behind me and asked, what are you doing? You should have said, I'm looking out for these nasty ass little kids. I'm just looking. I wasn't playing. Ain't nobody touch me. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Ancient View from the Star says crack is the devil. I'm gonna have to agree with that. So, boy, if a friendship comes out of it, that's one thing. When people only look for friends who are poised to make a come up or help you, then you're no longer recognizing anything but opportunity. How will you know that's true? How is that? You know, have y'all ever dated somebody that y'all didn't really like at first and then grew to like them? That can't happen in a friendship. Like, I'm just going to use them for everything they got. Then I wind up falling in love with them. Oh, Wilbur, you're my best friend. You're my best friend. Let's get on up out of here, y'all. We gonna get on up out of here. We gonna get on up out of here. Green Beasley in the Blog Talk chat says friendship and business are great, depending on the timing. I had relationships on my desk. I've had relationships on my desk. Quite memorable. I hear you, Green Bees. I hear you, you nasty boy. I hear you. Word up. I ain't mad at it either. Me not mad at ya. Me not mad at ya, man. Me not mad. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shots to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They are SPECIAL. They are. Number one out the box, Dolores Brooks. Turning 56 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Dolores. And also Ramasus. My man Ramasus Aman Ma'at Ra. Happy birthday to you. And Mickey Armstead, turning 56 years old today also. And Jeffrey Hackett, turning 61 years old today. Happy birthday to you, brother. And Albert Geiger. Happy birthday to you, Albert Geiger, turning 52 years old today, last but not least. And don't forget about my brother Hafid McIntyre, turning 46 years old today. Happy birthday, my brother. I love you to death. Resuscitation and love you back to life. You know what it is. You know what it is. Happy birthday to all of you all. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious April 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yeah. Friendships for business or for pleasure. I guess if you carry yourself with integrity, it won't even really matter whether it's for business or for pleasure, because you're going to conduct yourself with integrity and with a code of ethics in which people can respect your position. Not everybody is built to be your social friend. Not everybody is built to be the type of friend that you hang out with, kick it. You know what I mean? Swap stories with. tell truth and lies to. Sometimes a friend is just somebody who will give you discounts if you spend enough money with them, or who will hook you up with somebody else so you can get something, like on some networking shit. As long as you're honest about your intentions, I don't see a problem. But a friend for any reason and in any form should be somebody that you can depend on, that you can have a certain amount of trust in, and somebody that should smile when they see you coming, or if they see that you're there, instead of I got to act like a friend. I got to act like a friend. I got to act like a friend. I'm going to be in this party, but I can't wait till the end. I got to act like a friend. I got to act like a friend. I got to act like a friend. I can't deal with these motherfuckers, the corny women and men. That's word. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Excuse me. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. We will be back on tomorrow, 7 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel. So y'all have a good night. Be safe on this hump day. Yeah, be safe on this hump day. Hey. So tomorrow we be right back at it. Y'all have a good night, man. Love y'all to death. Love my go-getters. Love y'all to death. Resuscitation, and love y'all right back to life. So I said, peace, y'all. Get with y'all. Don't forget to like the show. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for being down. Okay. Peace. All right.